People that,
participate in this backyard wrestling?
oh yeah, absolutely.
Can we
I
talk
was a
about
champ.
that more? How? Because that's yo. You might not know this, but I fucks with wrestling. You know I fucks with
Yeah,
it because
I'm
it's
a huge
great
wrestling
shit,
fan,
man.
bro.
There's a
It's one of
huge
my guilty pleasures.
there's a huge correlation between comic books, hip hop, and wrestling, because they're
Yep.
all genres where people create characters upon which they play roles either as villains or slash heels. Yeah, I know my terms, and the faces of the world. That's the good guys,
Yep.
and we all
Yep.
just
Yep.
kind of integrate into this cool fucking universe. And so when you say you did backyard wrestling, like, yo, I know some motherfuckers that do that shit too. I'm in Quebec. There is this actual scene there for that. Um,
Yep.
I'm not really the kind of guy that was ever brave enough, but I respect the shit out of you for being that. So, yo, tell us a bit about how that like worked in your life, whatever. Just literally go on about it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, backyard wrestling, man, was always fun. I was big into wrestling, and it was like I don't know, it was just one Saturday, we seen some people down the street that were doing it, and there was like a league, and I used to be like really, really athletic, like flips, cartwheels, in shape. I was 12, fuck, right? We're 33 now, 34 now, shit. But yeah, no, I mean, I always loved wrestling. That it was a way, and you were right. You're right. I'm not like one, I'm not like a huge like mark about it or whatever, but I just always enjoyed like the story that was told, and like the promos are amazing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
amazing.
You remember guys like The Rock because he cut those amazing promos. You know what I mean? He wasn't the best wrestler, but guess what? He didn't have to be. His creativity took him to the next level. So you don't have to be the best wrestler in the world to be the best wrestler. You get what I'm saying? Hulk Hogan wasn't the best wrestler, but guys like Cesaro, right? That dude's a friggin' animal, a powerhouse. He flies around
Right.
the ring.
If you
But
look at
but he
John
has no
Cena
charisma.
as a really interesting example that I think a lot of people can learn a marketing point from. John Cena was not the best wrestler. Let's be real. Like all the wrestling people that really cared about wrestling would make fun of his like 5 move victory thing. I don't remember it, but it was a big thing
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
communities I fucked with. Because I watched wrestling hardcore from '07 to '08, but by the end of '08, it was so like I could tell who was going to win matches in the WWE that it was hard for me to enjoy it. And the Hornswoggle thing, it was kind of weird. It was just a weird
Yeah,
angle. I didn't know how to deal with that. I was weird. What am I watching here? But Jeff Hardy, oh my
yeah,
gosh,
nah,
that guy was crazy. He was so
yeah.
interesting. But then you have John Cena who's winning everything. You know what the main difference between these guys is? Fucking Make a Wish. Think about it.
Mhm.
The guy's doing Make a Wish. Of course you want to support him.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's I think you're right, right? Obviously that is like, it's a smart acceptance on his side, but I don't think John Cena, and maybe he did. I know John Cena's a nice guy. Maybe he went to Make a Wish and said, "Hey, let me help you," or if they offered it to him, he
I'm sure
accepted.
Vince
Um,
McMahon arranged
but
this shit.
but the right, right.
John Cena is also mad charismatic. Don't get me wrong. A John Cena promo is some serious shit. Like I'm gonna tell you something. When I hear,
Um,
that shit, I turn that song on to hype myself up to this day because it's so banging. And
I
his
like well I think the thing is to learn from Cena, like for me, if I'm applying it to life, right? Because that's I'm deep on that level too, is like,
yeah,
the guy took his strengths and he maximized them, right? So it's like, okay, I'm not gonna win the crowd, I'm not gonna win the crowd over, I'm not gonna get that offer from Make a Wish. Vince McMahon's not gonna set that up for me doing backflips off the top rope. And I can't try to be something I'm not. I'm going to use my genuine personality, my creativity, and my physique, right? I mean, I'm going to put the work in the gym and get
facts.
bigger than it wasn't always that big.
Yo, he lifted Big
Um,
Show, I think, at one point. Wasn't that a thing he did? He lifted, his face got all red and he fucking like burst blood vessels as he lifted Big Show and did his fucking whatever thing. Yo, that is the kind of stuff that gets you to fucking hero status. Who the
yeah,
fuck
man.
could lift Big Show?
Like I said, I like Cena. The whole backyard thing, that was fun. Had a bunch of us every Saturday. We get together. Definitely helped kind of mold me to who I was. Obviously, we get older and new groups of friends, and there'll always
Did you
be,
guys like film it and shit? Like, did you guys script
yeah,
out
absolutely.
storylines?
Yeah, yeah. I can get my hands on probably a VHS. Absolutely. We were. It was dope. It was
Were you
dope.
like mad unsafe about it?
No, actually, like yes and no, right? We weren't as safe as we thought, but we tried to be safer than what was out there, I guess is a good way to put it.
Yeah, I've seen some wild shit.
But yeah, no, we weren't stupid. Put it like that. At least I wasn't. I've seen some stupid people. I'm not stupid. You know what I'm saying? I got more brains and guts. I'm not afraid to admit that. But it also depends on what we're talking about is the reward. You know what I'm saying? So I think for the reward of what you really want, that's when your guts take over your brains. But I'm very calculated. You know what I mean? And I've always been that way since my backyard wrestler, I guess.
No, that's dude. I think it's fucking cool. Did y'all have a belt?
Yeah, we made him.
Oh, that's amazing.
Some once we started getting like a little bit older, we get like the good presents for Christmas, right? So we didn't have to make it out of cardboard. We'd actually get like one part of a tag team belt, and then we made it like our world championship belt. But we would add like cardboard on the outside, but this time it was like this it wasn't cardboard, it was plastic, and we duct tape, and we got creative with it, you know what I mean, and we made it look as like authentic as possible. Again, just shedding light on the creativity part, you know what I mean. But yeah, no, it was fun, man, and you felt like you were on stage, even though there was a few people, but we got the whole neighborhood to come watch us one time, man. It was dope.
Yo, I'm glad you shared that. You might not think it's as interesting as I think it's interesting, but that's riveting shit,
Yeah,
dude.
to me, backyard wrestling. Shout out to the UWA. That's what we call.
What does that stand for?
Ultimate Wrestling Alliance.